I'm up on a flat roof behind a strip mall, second week of July, and I've got one glove off for about 4 seconds to seat a little wire connector. 4 seconds. When I set my bare hand down on that metal panel to steady myself, it about took the hide off my palm. Wasn't even thinking. The panel had been baking in the sun since sunrise, and it was hot enough to cook on. That little burn is the whole lesson. Honestly, this has figured something out. I'm Dave. I fix air conditioners over in Kingfisher, and today I'm working through what a rooftop in July actually teaches a person, because I've stood on a lot of them, and it took me a long time to hear what they were telling me. A flat commercial roof in the middle of an Oklahoma afternoon is about the hottest place a person can go, stand on purpose. The thermometer might say 102, but that white membrane you're kneeling on runs 30, 40 degrees hotter than the air in full sun. So you've got the sky coming down on you and the roof coming back up at you at the same time. You're the meat in the sandwich. And the unit still has to get fixed right, same as if it were 60 degrees and cloudy. When I was young, I'd hit a roof like it was a foot race. Get up, get it done, get down, prove something. I called that being tough. What I finally worked out, real slow, is that the roof doesn't care one bit how tough I think I am. The heat sets the pace whether I sign off on it or not. All I get to pick is whether I work with it or fight it and lose. Turns out there's a real name for what's happening to my body up there. The heat folks call it radiant heat load, and it just means all that warmth radiating off the surfaces stacks right on top of the air temperature. Here's the plain version. Your body cools itself two ways, by sweating and by pushing blood out to your skin to dump the heat. But when the roof under you and everything around you is throwing heat back, you can't dump it fast enough. So your core temperature starts climbing, and now you're carrying a furnace around inside your own coveralls. The studies on folks who work in the heat are pretty blunt about what comes next. Your judgment slips first, then your hands get clumsy, then the little mistakes start showing up. The drop nut driver, the missed rung on the ladder, the shortcut you'd never take on a cool morning. People who study job site accidents will tell you injuries spike on the hottest days, and a lot of those aren't the heat cooking somebody. They're plain errors a rested person wouldn't have made. The heat doesn't just wear you out. It quietly turns down the quality of every move you make up there, and it doesn't warn you first. Once that sank in, the way I work a roof change for good, I go up early when I can, before that membrane has soaked in 6 hours of sun and turned into a skillet. I haul more water than I figure I'll need, and I drink it on a clock, not when I get around to feeling thirsty, because by the time you feel it, you're already behind. I lay my tools out and take the unit apart, in an order that keeps me from crossing that hot roof twice for the same part, since every extra trip is more load on the body. And when my head starts getting loose, that little fog where I've got to read the gauge twice to trust it, I quit. I climb down into the shade for 10 minutes. Not because I'm soft, because that fog is exactly when a man makes the mistake, and a mistake on a roof is a whole different kind of expensive than a mistake at the bench. That's the thing I really figured out. Respecting the heat isn't the weak move, it's the opposite. The fella who paces himself, does cleaner work, and climbs down in one piece. The fella trying to muscle straight through July is the one cutting a corner he can't even see he's cutting. So here's what I've got. A rooftop in July is going to teach you some humility, whether you signed up for the class or not. The heat's the boss up there. My only job is to respect that, pace the work, and keep my head clear enough to do it right the first time. 45 years I've been climbing up on these things, and every single summer that roof still has a little something to say about it. This has figured something out. I'm Dave Hartzell. Thanks for riding along with me. Call 405-375-4822 or book at hartzellsheethair.com.